So facts, no guesswork. Sometimes you just gotta stop pulling up in places you were never meant to be. Now let me pull up. Dang, something in my eye. Let me see where we gonna land at. And pull up to your bumper. You gotta stop pulling up. You gotta stop going places. You gotta stop trying to have fake friendship, fake kinship, fake associations, fake group chats, and actual facts, no guesswork. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be associates. You know how it is when you go over somebody's house that's supposed to be your relatives, but you sitting outside waiting for them to come out. Then you got some that you can go inside the house, but you at the front door. You got relatives, you ain't even never used the restroom in their house. You never ate at the table. And I ain't talking about relatives miles away. I'm talking about relatives who you fake kick it with. I'm talking about friends who you fake kick it with. I'm talking about the associations that you fake kick it with. Stop trying to prove your worth to people who would never see your value. Their ears are closed when you talk. They pull a veil, whatever it is, I ain't no expert, on their eyes, even though they can't unhear and they can't unsee. They don't want to acknowledge when it's you. You know how it is. You go to a fake invitation and you kicking it in your mind. And you just look around and see the people clicked up, and don't none of them conversations have nothing to do with you. Or then again, because it might be about you. See, when you walk in a room, the whispering starts and you can see it. You can hear it. Hey, check this thing out, man. Actual facts, no guesswork. And as I said, let me pull up and give you an earful. You know this whisper. Let me give you another one. The volume is at a 6, but when you walk in, it get to be close to 0. 1-ish. You know that it's about you. Man, did y'all see who just walked in? Did you see him? Did you hear? Man, you know what's going on with such and such and such and such. See, sometimes you go and put yourself into a place or an environment to give somebody target practice to talk about you. People was minding their business and they saw you when the conversation stopped. And when you get into these circles, it's always somebody to come to tell you what somebody else said. You know why somebody telling you what somebody else said? Because that circle is not where you belong. And sometimes people tell you what somebody said because they fell out with the person that said it. Well, if this happened back then, why are you just telling me right now? I don't know if it's courage. I don't know if, hey, you was contemplating or thinking if you wanted to come tell me about, hey, check this thing out, man, actual facts, no guesswork. Stop putting yourself in places you don't fit, in places where you don't thrive, in places where people don't raise you. See, those are the warning signs. Sometimes you hear a warning sign. Sometimes you see a warning sign. And sometimes you live the warning sign. See, you shouldn't have to decode every conversation. Every time somebody got something to say, it ain't up to you to decode it. You in the wrong place. You shouldn't have to wonder who's talking behind your back. You know how somebody come and tell you what somebody said, but they don't tell you the person that said it. So you automatically got at least one person. Because sometimes the person that's telling you is telling you from their perspective. They're telling you it's them. You shouldn't have to earn respect when it should always have been given to you. You already earned it. But see, you waiting to be validated by somebody who would never stamp your validation because their eyes are closed, because their ears are closed, and because they are always distancing themselves from you. Every time you trying to blend in, I give you a sign. When you get away from that circle, you got a conversation about that circle. See, let me tell you this thing, man, actual facts, no guessworks. Many of us are afraid to live amongst ourselves only. We feel that we have to go to this person's house. We feel we need to go to this group. We feel we need to go to this party. We feel we need to be part of this association, that affiliation. When every time you get around it, you have a conversation with yourself because you were trying to blend in somewhere where you were never meant to be. The actual facts, no guesswork. When you are consistently in a place where you have to doubt yourself, jeopardize your peace, it's probably because you're in the wrong room. You gotta protect your mental health because all the nagging, all the bracing yourself, that's taking too much energy. Get out that circle. We ain't cool. We don't talk. We don't vibe. We don't build. You're a distraction. You gotta protect your own confidence. Look in your phone and look at your ideas and how many people in your phone helped you build on your ideas. How many people encourage you? How many people raise the roof with you? Nope, because those are the wish you well, hope you fail type individuals. Man, look here, man. Like this thing, man. Share this thing. Comment on this thing, man. I ain't gonna say it don't cost you a thing because you gotta pay for the services on your phone or your internet. So I ain't gonna sit here and say it ain't gonna cost you a thing because you already paid to be worldwide on the web. See, not everybody deserves to be around you because they've known you for years. They've been around you for years, or they share the same last name that you carry. See, let me tell you this thing, man. Sometimes you could go for a family house or relative house, and somebody that's considered not blood related will have more access than you because family, the blood relations are appointed to your relatives. But you choose your family, and that's why you can't identify where the blood starts. So you go somewhere and somebody's friend might be serving you a dish and you sitting up there thinking like, man, hold on, how is the friend serving me a dish when I'm at my relative's place? Because you in a place where you don't belong. Sometimes to grow, you have to create distance. I look at relatives in my family all the time who got away from the cluster of the drama, and they live good and peaceful, at least when it comes to family conflict. See, you gotta leave the environments where your value is debated, where your value is hijacked, and you have to invest where your presence is appreciated. Actual facts, no guesswork. Translation, I'm gonna go where I'm celebrated and not tolerated. See, when you go where you celebrated, quiet people come a little bit louder. The tone is different when they say your name because the hype is there. But when it's, what's up? They don't fool with you. They don't fool with you. And sometimes you see people, they see you, and if they don't see that you see them, they might move right past you, ignore you. Your peace, your goals, your dreams, your ideas, your ambition, your life, your health, your energy is more valuable than somebody else's acceptance of you. You don't belong in any of these circles where you have to contemplate your value, contemplate your appreciation. Never trade your peace for people who never intended to value your presence. Protect your peace. You know your worth. Every time you walk in the room, this message is for you. Let me pull up to your bumper. Stop trying to earn acceptance from people who already decided how they see you. Stop chasing validation. Start protecting your peace and invest in relationships that build on respect. See, I've learned that every relationship don't deserve unlimited access. Oh, you can't have unlimited access to me. And sometimes it's no access. And then you go further than that. Instead of shutting the door, instead of locking the door, you build a wall that they can't climb. They have to elevate to get where you at. See, sometimes you have relationships where you have to walk away, and those can be the hardest relationships. But at the end, they are the most healthy. They are the healthiest relationships. Actual facts, no guesswork. If this spoke to you, share this with somebody that can use this. Get this to somebody that needs approval, peace, and acceptance from themselves. Go where your presence is celebrated and not tolerated. Actual facts, no guesswork. What if the biggest thing that's holding you back is not your talent, but the people that you've been trying to impress? Sometimes you got to evaluate why people remain in unhealthy relationships. Family, friends, and associates. What about the emotional attachment, the fear of rejection, and the desire for approval? Some people stay in a toxic relationship, and they stayed in these relationships because they thought that loyalty meant enduring disrespect, not wanted, not desired. And sometimes that's the only thing that will restore confidence. The constant exposure to the circles, exposure, rejection, gossip, and exclusion increases stress and erodes self-esteem over time, year after year after year. You got relatives, friends, you got older relatives who ain't never gave you $1, bought you a popsicle. And when you see them, they whiff them. What's in it for me? You got you're the patriarch, but your actions is 8th grade. You running around here. See, healthy relationships are characterized by trust, respect, and safety. See, you gotta recognize unhealthy patterns, set healthy boundaries, and spend time with people who encourage your growth. And more importantly, accept the fact that every relationship is not meant to be forever. You got people in your way that won't help you and won't get out the way, just holding space. And how an unhealthy relationship create room for a healthy one. Stop trying to be around people, be a part of a clique, and at the same time diminish your value. Man, this week, identify a relationship, an environment, people that repeatedly cost you your peace, repeatedly cost you your stress, repeatedly cause you to doubt what's really going on in this circle. This is somewhere where you don't belong. Decide on a healthy boundary. And after reviewing this, after reviewing the evidence of your life, this court has reached a verdict. You were never created to beg, plead, and borrow for your acceptance. Walk where your purpose is welcome, desired, celebrated, anticipated. don't want to be without you. Your voice is respected. Your thoughts are respected. The aura is inspired. And your peace is protected. Court adjourned. Actual facts, no guesswork. Let me tell you a story of the prophet Abraham, leaving the idolatrous practice of his people. It illustrates remaining true sometimes requires separation that opposes your value. Evaluate your circles. Next time you go to somebody's house, are you outside or are you at the front door? Next time you go in that crowd, you see the whispers. Next time you're talking to somebody on the phone and they ain't pushing you, protect your peace. Actual facts. No guesswork.